this video, I'm going to show you how to take apart this Keurig. This is one of the small Keurigs. It's a K10. It's in perfectly working order, but I'm going to take it apart because I don't need it. And why the heck not take it apart? So I'm going to try and do this in real time. Here we go. I'm going to plug in my phone so it doesn't die. And set that up there. And here we go. First thing, we're going to do all the easy stuff. Take this piece off here. This is the drip tray. Put that aside. We can lift this up, and this thing comes right out. The level reader, I guess you want to call it that. Let's see what else. The this little basket in here should be able to lift it up if you squeeze it a little bit. Right here. Might need a screwdriver, flathead. Just get under here, hop it up and out. That's gone. Put that aside. Now let's flip it over and take out all of the screws that you can see. There's one right there, 2, 3. That one doesn't seem to come out. It's probably something internal that's hung up on it, or a nut. 4 and 5. Okay, put those aside, and you can kind of bend this up and then push it out that way. And there we go. There's these screws. Oh, this one came off. That one came out there. And there are nuts holding this piece on. So you just unscrew this. There we go. There's a nut and a washer there, a lock washer. There's the base. Put that aside. It's got some grease on it. Be careful of that. Make sure you got some paper towels. Okay. Let me unscrew this. Kind of got to hold the nut on the other side with your fingers. Might need some needle nose. Take that off. There's that bolt. Put that aside. Then 2 screws right here. And that's got some grease on it too. So I'll just clean that off. Put that aside. They do make these things really well. So we're going to get to a point where this is going to be difficult to do. Right now it's fairly easy. So there's 1, 2, there you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 screws in here. Let's see if we can loosen those. That one's out. Oh. Oh. Hit the camera. That one's out. That one's out. go. There's those 6 screws. Actually, you might be able to... No, we're going to leave that for now. So, maybe we can lift this up. Push out here. Grease everywhere. Grease is everywhere. I think it already started getting difficult. Get these screws dropped. Put all this stuff aside. Make sure these are out all the way. I think that's what's holding me up, is those screws. So make sure those are out. Aside. And lift up on this. Yeah. There we go. Kind of got to help it with a screwdriver right here. There we go. So I just put a screwdriver in here and kind of wedged it. That came right out. What is this? The drip tray holder. Put that aside. And there's some screws here. This one right here. Take that one out. Let's put loose screws over here. That side. Here. And here. More grease on me. Screwdriver in here. See if we can pull this up. And I don't think it's going to happen. There we go. Maybe? No? Okay. More grease. More wiping. So, let's see if we can tip it like this. Oh yeah. Here's where it starts to get difficult. Maybe bend this down. Okay. Inside. Oh, there's a little clip right here. See that? Clip right here. See if we can unclip that without breaking it completely. Stick a screwdriver in there. Yeah, that's what I gotta do. Do better for, there we go. That's starting to come apart now. A little bit. Stick a screwdriver right here. Work it down. Gotta be another clip right there. Aha. Okay. Let's flip this. See if we can work from the top down now. Screwdriver right here, and there we go. And that comes off. Put that aside. Kind of a complicated mechanism here to take apart without destroying it anyways. Can tip this down. Let's see, there's some screws in here. Might be able to get to those. Maybe I can just pry this. Disconnected that. Now it's not going to shut. Push this in. Maybe. And then pull out on this at the same time. There we go. Do the same thing on this side without cutting yourself. That doesn't want to go. Okay, what next? How else can we approach this? What this thing? It's going to come off? Maybe this cap. All right. Let's see if we can take these screws out. I can get these ones. There's two right here. Pop off, just like that. That aside, these aside. That piece came off. Aha! Now we're getting somewhere. Lots of screws. Take all these out. Why not? Ow. Watch out for that. Hey, look at that. Push that through. There it is. Oh, that's the needle. Careful, that's sharp. You don't want to push that through, actually. You want to pull that through. I'll just leave it there for now. This whole thing is kind of loose now. There you go. That whole assembly kind of pops up like that. Look at that. Okay, so if we can figure out how to take this thing. Oh, there we go. So that popped right off of the hose, the needle. That aside. Okay, I'm gonna take these screws out. If I can get in there. Like that. Oh, don't fall down on the thing. Oh no, it fell down. Okay, whatever. That one off. There's that assembly. I dropped the screw down here. Guess it doesn't matter. Thing doesn't really work right now. That aside. Little spring. Okay. See what else we got here. This thing come apart. Assuming we can do something like this. There we go. So the whole thing is just kind of held together with the tension like this, so you can kind of just do that, where it'll come apart. That aside. Yeah, you're putting everything aside, man, aren't you? Okay, what's next? This thing? Sure. That's fine. I mean, yeah. Take that off, that over here. All these extra screws, put them over here. Now what? Looks like there's some clips right here. Wonder if we can get those up and over. Maybe like this. Is that too much? Am I going to break it? Will I break it? I feel like I'm going to break it. Try not to break it. Even though, like I said, it doesn't really matter. Let's take these screws out. I honestly don't know how people take these apart and actually fix them. Because they are built really well and built like they didn't want them to be taken apart, which makes sense. Okay, is anything loose? Anything loose now? I'm not feeling it. Not feeling anything loose. Is this loose now? Took 2 screws out of it. No? Might have to try this again. Or we can work our way down here again. Maybe it'll come up this way. This other side. That unclipped. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Now maybe we can pop this up. Maybe not. Oh, look at that. This whole thing is coming off of this piece. That's cool. I think it broke, but look at that. I don't know if that's going to help me or not, but there goes that piece. What happens now? This thing? No? Oh, I can see some screws holding this on. At least one right here. So that would tell me that this piece is not going to want to come off without breaking it. Oh wait, nope. Those are the buttons. So maybe I'm wrong. Well, I can see these now, these clips, so maybe this whole thing comes up. Maybe do this. No? Guess not. Okay. What's this do? Oh. Oh. Yeah. There we go. That's moving. A little bit. Oh, broke that clip. Whoops. Oh, there we go. This cover's coming off somehow, some way. There we go. Ah, there's hoses attached to it. That's why. See if we can slip those off. Again, without doing too much damage. There we go. I could definitely be more gentle than this. But hey, I don't have that kind of time. There we go. Okay. Oh, look at that. Oh, that whole thing snaps off like that. But what happens then? This is an adventure. We're sharing together. I'm just going to break these. Let's see what happens. And I don't know. Okay, I'm going to pry harder. Oh. Does this go up? Nope. Oh, look at that. There's more screws. That's what's holding me up. I found them. Isn't it a satisfying feeling when you find out what's stopping you from doing something? And then you can correct that issue. And then everything's way more easier. Like that. That's great. Okay. So I'll put the screws to the side. Oh. That. This whole thing came off. Let's take this screw out. Probably take the buttons off. Hey, look at that. Oh, buttons are falling out all over the place. Brew. Cool. And then, that's weird. It's two different. Whatever. Probably from this. That goes like this, whatever. Anyways, put those aside. This whole assembly aside. Now we got the meat and potatoes. Let's take this. Even try and break this hose clamp like that. Or zip tie, cable tie, whatever you want to call it. Take that hose off. And I got two screws right here. That's probably what was holding me up on the outside shell. This hose clamp off. Okay, there we go. Okay. And if I take this out, oh, look at that. Circuit board. Okay. Take this off. Maybe. It's not a wire nut. Instead of cutting it, if I do this, squeeze it, maybe I can get it off without cutting the wire. Maybe not. Might have to cut it. Yep, I think so. All right, cutting. And the other one. Once I do that, I can take this piece, feed the cord through. There's the cord, and then there's the shell. Put that over. Okay. Now you get the whole circuitry of the thing. Wires going everywhere. There's a zip tie right here. Break that off. Get these out. Get them around here. Wow. Lots of wires. Lots of wires. This is kind of glued in here. Maybe I can pull it out. Hey, look at that. This is kind of a small little hole here for a way to secure all these wires. Take them out kind of one at a time, two at a time. Those are all free. That out. That. This hose out. Oh, look at all the hoses. That's cool. Take this transformer out. That'll probably come straight up, just like that. Okay. More hoses. Hoses. Okay. So here's some screws here. I'm guessing there's some on the other side too. Yep. Right here. Take those out. These out. Nope. Okay. And that will not let me take this off. Thought it would. It's connected. Maybe this screw. Oop. That's a tough one. There we go. Probably one on the other side. Yeah, there's one right here. Take that out. No? Not yet? Sheesh. Okay, so it's all attached to this thing. What if I took this screw up? I think that's going to be the winner right there. Take this screw out and it's all going to separate. So close. Okay, the screw isn't all the way out yet. There's a nut that's holding it on. And I think it just came out. Yep. Okay. Take this hose off here. Just try and break it. There it is. Pull it up. Huh. Tough one. Help with these. There we go. Make sure the wires aren't stopping me. Oh! Oh, we're so close. Another zip tie right here. And then get that hose off. Okay, that's kind of all disconnected. How you run these wires? Jeez. There we go. Maybe you run everything, these hoses out of the way. Yeah, Now let me take these hoses right out of the way. Just like that. This side. Oh, solenoid. That bracket off. And then that solenoid comes free. Take that hose off. And this goes through here. No cutting wires. Let's see if I can do it. No, because it's like a loop. That's weird. What if I unplug this circuit board like this? And what happens? The connection's here. Does that one come off? I'll leave that one. I'll think that one comes off. Okay. Cable tie. Cut it ever so carefully. Free. Ah. I have to cut all of these, I think. There's the green. That's free. The wire's free. That's, and keep the red. Oh, here we go. Oh! It's through there. Oh, look at that. There's the breastplate of the whole thing. I don't know what you want to call that. And then you get the heart. This is probably what boils the water, basically, to make your coffee hot. And that's pretty cool. I'm going to leave all this connected, though. I think that's kind of... This literally is the heart of the Keurig K10. And we got that all done in about 38 minutes. Solenoid. So, real time. I didn't break too many things, because I could have just smashed the thing. And all of these are in pieces. And here's your Keurig. And oh, Jesus. And there's your Keurig. Hardware. Nice. All right, now let's put it back together. Just kidding. I'm not doing that. But if you ever wanted to see somebody take a Keurig apart for whatever reason, there you go. Thanks for watching.